Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Dreamwalker Tarot. My name is Dawn, and this is the Aquarius reading for September 2021. Okay, Aquarius, I'm just going to dive right into this full spread for the month of September. There's a lot of crazy energy going on in this reading. At the center of it all is this Queen of Cups person. And the Queen of Cups is also a core card for like water signs. So a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio individual could be at the center of all of this energy that's kind of going to be swirling around you for the month of September. This is someone that you could have known for a very long time. Someone that is probably like you grew up with them, like, you know, they're like attached to you in some sort of way through your childhood. So you've known them for a very long time. This person is probably someone that you have really deep feeling for and really deep emotions, and they might have those same feelings for you. But there is like this sense of underhanded activity happening this month, particularly about the way that they operate that you might not be aware of as of yet, right? This Queen of Cups is surrounded by the Seven of Swords and also the Moon card. And so if we look at the Seven of Swords card, it's being clarified by the Chariot, the Temperance card, the Fool, sorry about the noise, the Fool in reverse, and it's also being clarified again by the Seven of Swords. So we're talking about some serious sneaky ass energy right now, right? And it's the clarification for it being the Chariot is also like leaning more like heavy towards cancer, cancer person. But this person is definitely operating in a way that is sneaky and that is underhanded, and you might not know exactly what they are up to or what they're doing, or what their motivations might be, which is something that I'm going to look into. But yeah, so they're operating this way, and you have no idea. Either you, but you're going to find out very soon. It's going to come out, who this person is, how they've been operating, you know, right under your nose and kind of like without you even realizing who they really were. And it's all going to kind of come out, right? You might not know it yet. It might be something that you already know, and you're kind of like really trying to figure out how to kind of like deal with them at this point. But I really get the sense that a lot of you people do not know what's at the core of this person, and they are in your immediate circle, okay? Okay, so this Queen of Cups person really lives in this state where they kind of like have a very strong victim mentality, right? They feel they kind of like have this like, woe is me, everything is happening to me, why is everything happening to me, why does everything go wrong with me in my life, like nothing can ever go right, everything goes wrong, you know, and they feel like everything is on them, right? And so because of that, they try to use that as a little bit of an emotional manipulation to kind of get people to operate in the ways that they want them to. But in some cases, if their emotional manipulation does not work, they can go further with it, right? And so I think that it's like a difference between somebody who just tries to emotionally manipulate you all the time to get you to fall in line, and then a person who is out here like really actively doing some really sneaky snake stuff behind your back to get you to fall in line or to keep you to them, to like tie you to them because they're afraid of losing you, right? At the heart of all of this is their own childhood insecurities about like they might have abandonment issues, right? And so they don't want to ever have to feel that way, so they do whatever they have to do so that they don't end up in that situation again where they feel like someone's walking away from them, right? But as the Moon card keeps showing up, these things that they do, it's about to basically come out, right? Some of you already know about it because something has happened already, or it will happen in the month of September, or, you know, relatively soon. So you're going to find out like who this person is for real. For real. Don't be surprised. Just say you heard it and just be like, wow, okay. It's going to hurt. It's not going to feel good. And there's really no justification sometimes for the things that people do when they operate in a way that's like really just, I mean, you would never believe that they would do something like that, right? Like you can be like, I would never think that this person could do this to me, and then they do it. Like, sometimes there's reasonings behind that you can never know and that you can never understand. They might know it and they might understand it, and that's fine, but that doesn't give them the right to manipulate or, you know, do things to try to hold people to them just for their own sake, right? So this is all going to start to come out, and you're going to start to see like the cracks in the shell if you haven't seen it already, or maybe you saw it and you chose to ignore it. But it's going to be a situation where it's exacerbated, and it's going to be like a in your face situation. And this clarification for the Ace of Cups with the Eight of Cups and the Devil card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Judgment card really goes back to, like I said, about the emotional manipulation. And this is really like something that they do all the time, like, and they've been doing it for a while. You just probably didn't pay any attention to it, or just wrote it off as something else, right? And so this happens whenever they feel like they're about to be abandoned, again, by like the Eight of Cups, like, you know, when they feel like someone's walking away. That's just kind of like the mode that they step into, like a self-preservation type of thing, right? Again, to clarify, the the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Cups is the Eight of Pentacles, right? And so there is like a One of Pentacles on the table, even though it's not on the table. And that really goes to the heart of, like, they may also do this not just for emotional manipulation, but it also might be like a monetary thing attached to that as well. But this work that they do, they've been doing it for a long time, right? And to some degrees, you may not even realize how deep the work that they do to put into keeping and holding on to the people that they don't want to lose, like how far they can go with it. But you are going to find out how far they can go with it. Like I said, this could be a water sign individual in your life. And in some cases, this could be you, Aquarius. Like, this could be you participating in this behavior. And if that is the case, and I hope it's not, if that is the case, what you need to look at is to look at the reasonings behind the things that you do, right? Because while everything has an explanation, like everything has its origin story, the behaviors that we practice sometimes usually aren't conducive to us living at our best self, or like living at our highest level, right? And so we want to try to practice treating people the way that we would want to be treated, right? Given the same grace that we would want to be given, but also giving people the opportunity to make decisions about whether or not they want to stay in your life. And if it's based on the way that you act, then consider changing your behaviors so that your relationships can run a little bit more smoothly, and then you don't have to always be suffering from anxiety about losing people that are close to you, right? So that is something to think about for this month. I'm going to move into the advice card portion. Oh, look at this. The first advice card is Arrow, with the reading that says, surround yourself with protective energy. Surround yourself with positive people and experiences and environments that make you feel safe. Call on your angels, guides, and ancestors to bring you protection. Arrows have long been revered as symbols of protection, as many native peoples would use the bow and arrow as a weapon of defense. When an arrow appears in meditation or dreams or an oracle reading, it's a sign you need to protect yourself and what is important to you you because not everyone has the same intentions as you do. This doesn't mean that people are intentionally wanting to hurt you, but they could be careless in their choices and actions, and this could affect you. There are energies around you that could lower your vibration, and it's important you become aware of them and aren't brought down by them. If you are in a situation where you feel that not everything is as clear as it seems, trust your intuition. There are energies in your current situation that aren't fully aligned with your intentions and goals or with kindness. Follow your intuition about whom to trust and what to trust. If you can take time to retreat or to step out of the situation to assess what is going to be beneficial for you, then do so. In any event, this is a time to call on the energy of protection and to place yourself in a space that feels safe. And so, yeah, I mean, we had really heavy Seven of Wands energy. We also had really heavy moon energy, which is basically about like I said, sneaky behaviors going on around you by people that, like I said, you may have known for a long time, and these things will be coming out. So like the card says, you want to kind of place yourself in protective energy and ask your guides to shield you and to protect you from all negativity, right? We're going to move on to the second advice card. The second advice card is the Lord card that says, take charge with authority. Don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. The Lord is the consort of the lady, the emperor in the traditional tarot. He represents an authoritative male who isn't afraid to lay down the law. But this doesn't mean he is angry or chauvinistic. He is self-possessed, reliable, ambitious, a man of honor who has earned his place in society. The Lord in this oracle holds a ram's staff and wears a crown of antlers, showing he keeps himself firmly rooted in the ground and is protective of his people. His regal air indicates he has a taste for the finer things in life, yet he is sensitive to those who are less fortunate than he is. Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. There's no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fiercely loving way. You have the energy and might to overcome dramas or energies that aren't working for your growth. And it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. You are being encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. This card also brings the energy of ambition and can show you have the potential to move upwards on a professional level, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. So, I mean, it looks like you're going to be stepping out of some things and you're going to be letting some things go and moving forward. We can't always control what other people do. We can control how we act and how we react in the situation. And I always feel like the first thing is to protect yourself at all costs, right? That concludes the Aquarius reading for September. I want to thank you so much for listening. I really, really, really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and follow the page so you can get updates on when I post. I would particularly like to hear your comments about this reading and if it's relevant to your life at this time. I would like to hear that. So take care and see you soon.